Welcome to episode 4 of Darby Cupid Reads. I hope you're all well and dealing with whatever state of quarantine or lockdown you're in, and getting the opportunity to read lots of books. I know I certainly am. In today's episode, we're going to be looking at a story from author Mandy Lawson. If you would like to find out more about her, you can find her on Twitter at Mandy Lawson 7, and she describes herself as a glittery, sparkly writer of romance, lover of Pop-Tarts, and apparently she lives in a blanket cocoon, which I think is probably most of us at the moment. She's got a series of books called the Lora Kate London series. I'm just going to read you the blurb from Amazon. Lora Kate London has had a string of meaningless jobs, and she's finally ready to make something of herself. Her roommate kind of bailed on her, and she may have to give her coffee maker a funeral, but there's one person she can always count on, her best friend Sam Bridges. They've been friends for 5 years, and she's his number one. LK lands a job as a party planner with a boss that is so hot he makes her melt right into her Jimmy Choos, but Sam doesn't trust him. At her first party, she ends up forgetting the cake and accidentally flashes the caterer. Luckily, her boss, Ben Sparks, thinks she's adorable. He buys her presents, gives amazing kisses, but things get a little dicey when Sam starts dating her new roommate. She might be a little jealous, but she shouldn't be. She has a hot boyfriend, and Sam's just her best friend. Right? Who will capture LK's heart, bestie or boss man? So that is book 1, and that is what I'm going to read you an excerpt of today. And if you like this, there are 3 books available on Amazon, and the 4th is coming out on July 14th. So you should have just enough time to catch up and find out what's been going on with Lora Kate. Okay, let's get comfortable, and I will read you Chapter 1, Chaos and a Hot Guy, from Party Central by Mandy Lawson. I have been freaking out. My roommate Kendra announced a couple of weeks ago she met her soulmate on the internet of all places and is moving to Africa with him. She's going to live with him in an apartment that her parents are going to pay for. I'm still so mad at her. That leaves me with a 2-bedroom apartment in Manhattan. Do you know how much rent is for a 2-bedroom apartment in Manhattan? Imagine paying for a small country, and you will know my pain. I think back to the day she left 2 weeks ago. She was packing, and I got called out for being pretty much worthless. I lean against the doorframe of her bedroom, and it's basically empty. Moving guys have been moving crap out all day. She sees me and smiles sadly. Her long dark braids are pulled up into a ponytail, and her dark skin is so pretty against the yellow tank top she's wearing. I'm constantly jealous of how pretty she is, but I love her. But I'm mad at her. Kay, do you really think this is a good idea? LK, he's so sweet. I've always wanted to go on an adventure, and now's my chance. What will you do for money? You quit your job, your amazing job at Ralph Lauren. She laughs. My parents can help me out, she says, taping the top of a box. Did you tell them you were going to Africa with a guy? She bites her lip. Not exactly. I kind of told them I was going to work with the poor kids. They're funding my whole trip and paying for my apartment over there. I'm totally happy for you, but how am I going to pay the bills? I don't really know what is due or when. I don't even own a checkbook. My parents are going to end up making me move home since this whole independent thing isn't working out. I'm really sorry about leaving you in a bind. With all the moving stuff, I don't know if we paid all our bills this month, but I can make a list for you. I know that we use the air conditioning a lot this month. Next month's going to be worse. I run a hand through my long blonde hair. Probably. I don't know what to do about bills. I just got fired again. Jarvis fired you? Why? I kind of spilt hot coffee on Ryan. My manager told me that wasn't appropriate behaviour. Kendra rolls her eyes. Did your manager know that Ryan is a cheating scumbag who sleeps with strippers? I'm thinking no. It was all stupid anyway. Ryan should have gone somewhere else. He knew I was working yesterday and he stopped by anyway. He tried to apologise. He was begging for me to take him back. You didn't even really like him that much. I shrug. I know, but he was cute, but we never really connected. When I caught him cheating, I didn't even feel sad. What did Sam say? She asks, closing another box. About me getting fired? I laugh. He wasn't surprised. Sam's my best friend. We've been friends since my freshman year in college. He's highly opinionated, but I love him. He bails me out constantly when I'm short on cash and keeps me from falling on my face daily. Kendra looks at me seriously. So, we've been out of college for like a year. When are you going to look for a job where you can actually use your degree? I scrunch my nose. This question's been thrown at me a lot lately. I worked for a copywriter right out of college, my big internship. Miss Edwards ran me ragged. I was mostly just her assistant. I got her lunch, coffee, emailed, answered the phone, etc. I learned how to be a good assistant, but I didn't learn anything about being a copywriter. I made good grades in college and thought my internship would be amazing, but I worked for her for 6 months and I didn't learn what I wanted to learn. After we parted ways, she didn't write me a recommendation because she claimed that she didn't have the time. I got discouraged. I tried to get into other internships, but everything was full, so I decided to work at a coffee shop until something came up. Nothing ever did. So here I am, a year later, with no job. I look at Kendra and frown. You know I did the whole intern thing forever. It didn't work out, and then when Sam started in on wanting to help me find something, I got frustrated. No one wants to hire a newbie with no experience. 6 months with that copywriter was a long time. She didn't write me a recommendation or anything. But, sister, you can't even make rent. I furrow my eyebrows. What do you mean? I give you enough money, right? She smiles a little. Lor, your mum and dad send me a cheque every month to cover the rent. The money you give me only covers your part of the utilities. I frown. Why didn't you tell me? I could have worked more shifts or something. I was feeling proud of myself for helping to pay the rent. Turns out I wasn't helping with anything. Maybe Sam and Dad are right. Maybe I'm not ready to live on my own. That coffeehouse paycheck isn't going to cover the bills, Laura. I guess I should have known that. I'm so irresponsible, Kay. How am I going to be without you? She gives me a tight hug. You'll be fine. Sam will help you out, and your parents will too. Maybe being on your own will help with the whole responsible thing. Maybe. Maybe she's right. I'll be on my own and will have to pay the bills. Maybe I can do it. I can be responsible, right? She can see the panic on my face. She smiles and says, I'll make a list of when things are due and all the bills come in our mailbox. Check the mail and get a checkbook, or you can just pay online. I do that most of the time. I'll write the usernames and passwords down for you too. I frown and tear up a little. Thanks, Rumi. I shake my head and get back to feeling the chaos of my life. It's been 2 weeks since she left. I haven't checked the mailbox because I keep forgetting. I never had to check the mail before. It's an easy thing to forget. Who needs all that junk mail anyway? I need to get up and get dressed. But first, coffee. I hop into the kitchen and press the button to awaken my coffee maker, but nothing happens. I try again. It must be broken. I need my coffee. I can't think or move without the coffee. My thoughts are only motivated by the dream of getting the coffee. I can't go across the street to Java's. They fired me and would probably spit in my coffee. I can't be drinking spit. I'll have to go to Starbucks. I hate Starbucks. They're always busy and that lady on the front of all the cups creeps me out, but I'll just have to deal. Must have the coffee. As I enter my bathroom, which is the best part of the apartment because it has the big whirlpool-style bathtub made of purple marble. Who knew, right? I noticed that when I switched the light on, it didn't do anything. What is going on? First my coffee maker died, now my light doesn't work. I change the bulb and try again. Nothing. Oh, crap. Now I have to get ready in the dark. I put on some skinny jeans and a red crop top. I seriously need to go shopping for new clothes, but that would require money. I don't have much of that right now. I could ask my parents, but then they'd tell me to move home. And I've discovered that I like living by myself. It's been hard since I graduated from NYU, but it's been fun. I thought I was doing just fine, but Kendra told me a little secret she wasn't supposed to. My parents have been covering half the rent. I'm determined to get a good job and pay my own bills. I take the elevator only because I love to sit on the bench that's covered with red velvet. I'm not a geek. I only like the bench. Maybe I'll buy one. Okay, I guess I am a geek. I move quickly past Java's and walk straight into Starbucks, shielding my sea green eyes. Today's new contact colour. My eyes are really hazel, from the creepy girl on the sign. Sam hates that I wear contacts. I hate the boring hazel colour of my eyes and how I can't control what colour they will decide to be. They're never cute and never match my outfits. I order a double tall cappuccino and wait. This is torture. No one should have to wait this long for coffee. This place. Starbucks is too busy. Literally, all day long there is a line to get coffee. It's ridiculous. I finally get my order and kindly tell the waiter that I wouldn't be here if I didn't have to give my coffee maker a funeral. He looks at me and smiles. Maybe I should apply here. No, I will not give in to this creepy Starbucks girl. That's what she wants me to do. I walk back to my apartment and go to the mailbox. I guess I need to check that. I take the stack upstairs and unlock the door. As I open my electric bill, I notice a bright pink slip fall to the ground. Festive. I reach down, pick up the bill, and it all comes to me. I forgot to pay my bill. I have no idea who, maybe aliens, have shut off my power. I guess I should have known this would happen. I haven't paid any of my bills. I don't have a job, which means no money. No money means I can't pay my bills. I may actually have to move in with my parents. Oh, I have to get a job today. I have a degree in public relations. Certainly there's something I can do. As I finish my coffee, I sit on my balcony in this warm summer morning looking up jobs on my phone. At least my parents pay that bill. I want a real job, a cool job, a job that won't embarrass my mother, a job where I can actually use my degree. Let's see. Truck driver? Ew. Waitress? No. Retail? Maybe. Cosmetics? Professional video game player? What? They have those? Nanny? Yeah, right. Party planner? I can do that. I like parties. I Google party planners and see that if I'm qualified to do that. Yes, I am! I don't have any experience, but I pretty much charm the pants off anyone that crosses my path if I want to. Sam says he loves and hates that about me. He loves it when I can get us free snacks at the movie theatre, but hates when the movie theatre dudes give me their number. He's so silly and very protective of me when it comes to guys. He never thinks anyone is good enough. It's kind of annoying, but kind of sweet. After deciding my destiny, I dial the number listed on some job site I found and wait in anticipation. Someone comes on the line. Party Central, may I help you? Hi, I'm Lora Kate London. I'm calling about your ad for a party planner. Do you have any experience? Asks the mystery person on the other end. She sounds pretty friendly. I have a degree in public relations and I'm amazing at throwing parties, I say. I'm only stretching the truth a little. I planned a ton of parties in college. We had themes and stuff. Can you come in at 3:30 p.m. today? Yes. I'll be there, thank you. She hangs up. Yes, possible income. Now, what does a party planner wear? Heels? Definitely. Suit? No. Cute little black dress? Oh, yeah. I take a shower in the dark and go to the lobby bathroom to curl my hair. I still have some time before the interview, but what can I do in the dark? I decide to find lunch. I scroll through my dark refrigerator and find nothing. I finally settle on a can of SpaghettiOs and then I remember I can't warm them up. Oh well, I eat them anyway. I decide to call Sam. Sam Bridges, my overprotective bestie. He's a local weatherman here in New York. He's kind of like those crazy Weather Channel men who go out in the hurricanes to see if the wind is really blowing, but instead he goes out in the snow to show us that it's really snowing. Weather people crack me up. His work schedule changes all the time. Sometimes he works nights and sometimes he works mornings. Since he's the young one on the weather team, he gets all the crappy shifts. It's part of getting the experience thing that I have yet to do. He picks up the phone after what seems like the 100th ring. What? He groans. Sam, I think I found a job. What kind of job? Another waitressing job? He says sleepily. Are you asleep? And no, it's not another dead-end job. I'm going to be a party planner, I say with pride. Are you kidding? You know you have a black record. They're not going to hire you. And yes, I am asleep. I worked last night, unlike some people, he says. It's not fair. They will hire me. You just wait. I bet I get it. I'm a people person. Besides, I kind of need a job in the worst kind of way, I say, looking around my dark apartment. I bet that you don't. If you get that job, I'll pay for your electricity to be turned back on, he says in a haughty voice. How did you know my electricity was turned off? I just found out today. Okay, it's been turned off for a week. I came over to get my DVDs and you had no electricity. You really have to pay attention and stop staying at your parents' house. I only stayed there for a week. Mum and Dad are in Barbados and I had to watch the fish, I say in defence. You stayed over there to eat their food, he says. What difference does it make? Kenra already spilled about them paying half of my rent. I guess they're paying all of it now since I haven't been kicked out. Okay, you're my best friend and I love you, but you've got to start paying attention to your bills. The rent is due on the 1st. You might want to check with your landlord and see if your parents are paying, or call them and ask them yourself. I'm not calling them. I don't want them to know that I know. He sighs. I know I irritate him, but I can't help it. I've never had to be responsible before. Well, I've got to go, I say. My interview's in an hour. Are you coming over tonight? Sure, if you get your electricity turned back on. Gee, thanks for the confidence. If you get your job and I pay for your lights, we are not watching Signs again. I hate that movie. It's so cheesy. There's no way Mel Gibson could be a lethal weapon and a priest. It's just not feasible. I don't see why you like it so much, he adds. Whatever. Bye. I hang up. How dare he bash Signs? M. Night's a genius. We will be watching it. If I pout and give him the puppy dog eyes, he can't resist. He always lets me get my way, even if he fights me on it. I get dressed and lock my door. I'm off to land me a job. I take the elevator again, only to find another person. He's very tall, and he's sitting on my bench. Would it be awkward to sit beside him? Maybe I should ask him to move. No, that'd be weird. How do you explain to a person that you claim the elevator bench as yours? You can't, because that's weird. I'll just stand. It seems like hours before the doors trap us inside. The music's annoying and weird in this elevator. I've never noticed that before. The man seems nervous about something. Maybe he didn't pay his bill either. I could stop being awkward and talk to him. The doors part as if Moses was standing in front of us. I give the lurch a little finger wave and head out to the beautiful city. I love New York. I've lived here my whole life. It has a certain crazy atmosphere that I love. Then again, it could be the smog. Who knows? I find the party agency, Party Central Co. How original. I gracefully walk into the office upstairs. And by gracefully, I mean tripping on the lobby rug and almost colliding with the marble floor. Why is it that all of the offices are upstairs? It's like they want you to work for it. After walking up 2 flights, I think I should go to the gym. I can barely breathe. I wonder what's downstairs. Is it filled with reception halls, storage rooms, aliens? Just a thought. I enter the office with pride and confidence. I better get this job. I would really love to stop living in the dark ages. Hello, you must be Lora Kane, says the woman behind the small desk. She's super cute and for sure must be from Brooklyn with that accent. Actually, I'm Lora Kate. You can call me LK. Who am I meeting with today? I ask. Mr. Sparks will see you in a moment. Please have a seat, LK. My name's Margaret, and you can call me Marge. I take a seat and wonder about Marge. I wonder what her history is. She has fire red hair and matching lipstick. She's wearing a skin-tight leopard print top over some black spandex pants. She looks like she knows how to have fun. I wonder what Mr. Sparks is like. I bet he's a short, stumpy man with no life. I probably will get a job making coffee and running errands. I don't want to make coffee anymore. I'd like to have a job I'm good at. A job that can take me somewhere. Mr. Sparks will see you now, Marge says, jolting me out of my thoughts. I walk through the hallway lined with expensive paintings, like the kind in museums. I enter through the oak door and stop in my tracks. Dude is hot. Mr. Sparks is definitely not a short, stumpy man. I'm so going to get this job. I have mad flirting skills. Sam accuses me all the time of being too flirty, but today it may pay off. Hello, Mr. Sparks. I'm Lora Kate London, but you can call me LK. I'm here to interview for a party planner position, I say in my sexiest voice. He shakes my hand and holds it a little longer than necessary. Then he looks me up and down, lingering at my legs. Ah, yes, Miss London, please take a seat, he says. His blonde hair is perfect with his tan body. His eyes are an ocean blue colour. Oh man, I need this job, or at least this man. I'm going to have to turn on the charm for sure. Hopefully the charm will overpower how unqualified I am. I'm going to get straight to the point. I'm in quite a hurry today. I need a party planner right away. I've had interviews with people all day and no one's caught my attention yet. I have many parties coming up and my last planner had to take a sabbatical for mental health reasons. I have a party that's coming up soon and all my planners are booked. My assistant said you have experience, right? Right, I've planned many parties. I'm not exactly a pro or anything, but I know how to get organised and I can start any time. I see on your resume you graduated from NYU with a degree in public relations, but no jobs in PR? He asks. See, I got a good internship after I graduated, but the manager that I worked under didn't help me. She didn't challenge me, I say. I bat my eyelashes and smile. I need a job that can challenge me creatively. His eyes are locked on me. He's quiet for a minute. I'm sure he's thinking I'm full of it, and he's about to ask me to leave. Well, I guess I can understand that. You didn't list your internship on your resume. She and I didn't see eye to eye. I don't think she really wanted an intern. I just made her coffee and brought her food. He smiles at me and is quiet for a few minutes. I don't know whether to run or just melt into my seat with embarrassment. He probably thinks I'm a joke. It's true though. I have no experience, but college taught me a lot. I'm not an idiot. I like to take charge of things. Planning a party can't be too hard. He gives me a crooked smile. I'm willing to try you out, he says. I'm pretty desperate right now. I smile widely. I promise I'll work really hard for you. He smiles again. I'm sure you will. I'm going to send you an email with information about the company. Read over it, memorise it, and come back tomorrow morning at 9 a.m, ready to work. You can wear comfortable clothes. You'll be working in the office tomorrow on the phone. I'll give you some advance pay in the morning. Give Marge all your information. Great to have you on board, he says. Was that it? Did I just get hired? Talks fast, that one. He stands from behind his desk and I can see he's really muscular. I just want to touch his chest. He walks over to shake my hand, but I give him a huge hug and then back away quickly. Oh, I'm so sorry, that was so inappropriate. He gives me a half smile and I melt. He's so dang cute, I can't stand it. It's totally okay, Miss London. Why don't you go see HR and start the paperwork? I fill out all the paperwork with the human resources lady and then start home. I want to run, but since I'm wearing my Jimmy Choos, there will be no running. I walk home to call Sam. He owes me. Big. I walk into my apartment and call Sam on my cell. I kick my shoes off and flop onto the couch when he answers. Sam, I got the job even with my black record and I start tomorrow. You better stop by the electric company on your way over and bring pizza. You're kidding? I figured you'd be crying by now. I already paid your bill and bought cake, he says. Oh, Sam, I love your confidence in me, I say sarcastically. Bring the pizza and we're watching Signs. I hang up and switch the lights on. The illuminated room makes me feel bubbly. Advance pay and electricity. Yes! I turn on my iHome and sing a little Britney Spears while I make a huge pot of coffee. No funeral for you, Mr. Coffee Maker. I've got my Britney and my coffee. I'm good. I'm kind of obsessed with the 90s. I was born in the 90s and I feel people get attached to the decade they were born in. I change into some cut-off jean shorts and a tank top. Might as well get comfy. Sam will be here soon with food. I bet he feels like an idiot since he was wrong about me getting that job. At least I got my electricity turned back on. So I call the landlord and my parents have been paying my rent. I'm sure I have to call them like Sam said. I called the water company and the cable company and told them I would pay this week. I'm not a fan of this grown-up stuff. It's not fun like we thought it would be when we were kids. There we go. I hope you enjoyed that excerpt. That was chapter 1 from Party Central by Mandy Lawson. I really enjoyed reading that. I think Lora Kate sounds like a really fun character, very relatable, and I definitely would be interested to find out whether she ends up with her boss or with her bestie Sam. Especially as I know there are 4 books, which makes me think that she is going to get into lots of trouble. Thanks again for listening. I hope you're all well. Stay safe, stay healthy, and don't forget to subscribe.